Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that. There aren't.
Roberto Carlos, and this is Hazard. Messi. He won't be happy with that one. Davids. Salam. Milan are looking to break at pace. Davids. And he's forced to go back. And it's Davids. Pedri. Now it's Gullit. Milan appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Drogba. Oh, that was vital. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in a great position here. He's looking wide.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, it's come loose. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Pedri. It's gone out for a throw-in. Gullit.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And this is Drogba. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Lahm. And here's Hullet. Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Passes coming off in quick succession here. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Odo. Pedri. Now Odo. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Pedri. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Half an hour played now. Now it's Owen. Now, can they get him away? And claimed it back swiftly. It's a promising position. Now then, the ball's come loose. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now the ball's gone astray. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Plays it across. That's a decent clearance. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Odo with the foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Davids. Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Looking to play him in. Looking for options for movement. And this is Bernardo Silva. And a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a delicate pass.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Davids. And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Lahm succumbs to the pressure. Bernardo Silva is the team's great visionary. Hazard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Messi. Davids. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Big header! Off the post! Here comes, and again! Oh, taken with style! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Davids, 60 minutes played. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort...
Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's Messi. Messi. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Roberto Carlos. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Pass somewhat off target. Just about up to 75 minutes. Rafinha with a definite foul there. Nesta. Lahm has created one goal already. And it's Gullit. And it's Pedri. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Great vision. Played into space out wide. He has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rafinha, searching pass he's played there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Gullit receives it in a wide position. Lahm plays it in. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Into the last 5 minutes. Messi plays a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Pedri. Pedri has got himself a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafinha, oh, good take in a good area. Davids. And we're done. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Cristiano Ronaldo, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? So bring it on. Hike expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to...
He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Howson. Ball played for Nesta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Pedri receives it in a wide position. Now that looks a decent ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Totti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Nicely aimed pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's intervened well there. Gullit. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Roberto Carlos. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard. And this is Adriano. Knocks it out wide. Cruzeiro finding their passes. Messi. Pedri. He shifted it to the flank. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a little off target. And it's Messi. And here's Gullit. Messi! That is some save from Khan! Roberto Carlos, driving forward, and it's Davids. Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard. It's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Totti tries a shot! Goal! Cruzeiro! And Cruzeiro take the lead. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, sweet feet.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
That's really well manoeuvred. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Pedri. Davids. Lahm looking to play him in. Messi gets into a good position. Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Messi looking here to chip it through. Good read, needed to be. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Signore e signori, è il momento dell'estrazione di oggi. Tenete a portata di mano I biglietti ricevuti all'ingresso.
Here we go again then.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Adriano, and this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Roberto Carlos. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lahm. And it's Davids. Turns back here, probably the best option. Roberto Carlos. And the counter is on. And he's there to make the challenge. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Totti looking to add to his goal. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gullit is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Crossed in again. Howson is there, and he can get that clear. Milan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. 60 minutes played. And it's Gullit. Now, what about a counter-attack? Looking for options for movement, and he welcomes it in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Otto. Now it's Totti. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pedri. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Totti. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Ibrahimovic puts his foot on the gas. Great vision. Dink through. Good take, and is he in? Oh, that was vital. Oh, can he get onto this? That has been cut short. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pedri.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Hullet. Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri. And that interception was most necessary. And it's Davids. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! It's in! AC Milan are all square. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 20.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
And he's been shifted off it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And the shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Sostituzione per il Milan.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's cut it out. Oh, this looks sharp. He's in a good position here. Well seen, saw that coming. And the shot! And that was very necessary.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Bale. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. He's had it taken off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. 2 minutes to be added on. Roberto Carlos. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Pedri. And it's Roberto Carlos. That is good strength. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. In with the challenge. Torres. Pedri. And they can counter here. Roberto Carlos. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Xabi Alonso. That has been slung wide. And it's Xabi Alonso. Looking for the run. And he's gone backward here. He's having a shot! Goal! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Belletti.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
It's Belletti.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Aims beyond the defence. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Pedri takes control of it and he's on the move. Davids. Shot could be on. Chance, surely! Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's having a good look here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. The ball goes in, climbs up big! No, not the best of headers.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Belletti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
Messi! They've scored! AC Milan are all square. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Stojkovic. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's a lovely, neat pass. Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's played into the... He's got the ball. Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power, threw a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Driving forward. Hullet. And it's Xabi Alonso.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. And here's Kökçü. Plays a sharp little ball here. Pedri, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Messi. Messi. And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goal. And we've reached half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant pack, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Milan head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Marquinhos.
And the action is back on the way.
Number 6, Adams.
Xabi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Stojkovic stood up well to him there. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pressing high and with purpose. Lahm. Can he get it through? Messi could try cutting inside here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Xabi Alonso, and it's Stojkovic. And that is expertly dealt with. Pedri. Stojkovic! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 9,
Stojkovic with the short one.
coming on the field.
Back when it goes. McAllister.
Number 97.
Now, can they get him away? Brilliantly cut out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Cross to the back. Oh, smashing header! Oh, he's been caught on it here. In he goes again!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Chance! And he hits the net! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
Hullet really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Showing good feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Flashes it across. So, third corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And he's in on goal. That's good defending, very good defending. Milan are looking to go forward now. And it's Xabi Alonso, looking for options for movement. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Ronaldo. Pedri. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and
And
early.
he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Aubameyang. Rijkaard. And here's Messi. Lovely feet. Quality ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. True Bangkok United can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Alex Stojkovic. He's fizzed it forward. So what can they make of this? Gullit. That's been slipped through. He is through here. Played in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Gullit. Gullit touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Gullit. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Gullit picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great vision. He has found the way through. Played in deep. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Messi, now this could be a chance. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Davids, couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Romario showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Davids. Takes aim and climbs up big! Goal! Milan! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 19 minutes is number 20, Cristiano Ronaldo.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he plays one through. Roberto Carlos. Oh, what a... Oh, it's hit the post. That's going to go a long way. That has been cut short. Now, what about a counter-attack? Vinicius Junior. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lahm knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Roberto Carlos is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And this is Messi. He's having a shot! denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Pass somewhat off target. Little pass back, and it's Lahm. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cannavaro is there to clear. Messi tries to play it through, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Long ball looking to counter. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And this is Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's shot, surely! And that was very necessary. Now it's Stoichkov. Can he get on the end of this? Spread neatly. Now it's Stoichkov. Beckham. Romario. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Half-time getting close now. Cristiano Ronaldo, a player who needs no introduction. He is through here! Cannavaro does well to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now there's a chance for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Deep into stoppage time. Knocks it out wide. And this is Messi. He's found a way through. Shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now. He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Lahm. Messi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Roberto Carlos. And that has been cleared. Milan with the corner, they're first. Terrific header! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
That is ended up in no man's land. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And no surprise, that's a booking. Played out towards the right wing. Crosses it in here. He gets big! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here, much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everyone,
stadium,
welcome
and the
to
players on the
Old
pitch are
Trafford.
raring to go
Manchester
any minute
United
now.
against Milan.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Bebeto. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Played out to the right. And it's Hullet. Lahm. Now Davids. Messi. Tries from distance. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Messi. He's had it taken off him. Davids. Pinches it off him. Oh, good spread. Back into the middle. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the pace.
Real chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That's a little off target. Gravenberg. And it's Gravenberg. Nicely weighted ball. No goals as yet. And it's Cannavaro. Manchester United look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Hullet. Nicely spread. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Davids has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Oh, well played. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos picks it up out. He gets big against the crossbar. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Howson. Kvaratskhelia, very much a man of this moment. And it's Gravenberg. Howson. And here's Messi. It's Pedri. Roberto Carlos. It's gone out for a throw-in. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Messi. Lahm. Oh, good take in a good area. Lahm picks it up out wide. Rijkaard. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Hullet. Now it's Bebeto. Lahm kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hullet. Messi. That's rather hopeful. Could move up a gear here. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Kvaratskhelia looking to play him in, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Lahm. Milan do have a chance to counter here. And it's Lahm. Chooses to go cross-field. Davids. Howson. To Messi. Gravenberg. Bebeto.
This is the time you need that pace.
Knocks it into space. And he was alert to it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end. But defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Kvaratskhelia. Rijkaard. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, such a clever touch. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gullit. Pedri. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now Davids. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Raul. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedri. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Oh, no joy this time. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gullit. And it's Pedri. Looking for the run. Rijkaard.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And smartly reclaimed. Davids. Knocks it out wide. Oh, sweet feet. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Can he latch on to this?
Substitution.
And still we await the first breakthrough. That has been cut short. Messi, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And it's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Messi. And it's Messi.
It's played through for him.
He's through, now is he in? And a chance! It's there! That could turn out to be a huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And this is Messi.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Pedri. Yaya Toure. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Hullet. Tries to thread one through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now it's Raul. And here's Messi. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Messi. Messi touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, nice touch.
That's good play from him.
That is lovely. Now here's the delivery. He's got tall. And with that, the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effort. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, the man of the moment in every sense of those words is Marcus Rashford. Model player and model humanitarian. His development really has been incredible on all fronts, and he's so much more than the speed merchant we saw on that remarkable debut.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ferdinand. It's Pedri. Roberto Carlos. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. He's in space and looking for options. Pull it. And it's Messi. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Bergkamp. And he cuts out the supply. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Beckham takes control of it and he's on the move. And smartly reclaimed. Played into space out wide. They've won a corner. Beckham standing over it. Oh, smashing header! No, not the best of headers. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lahm. Cross to the back post. He's got full. Goal! Milan! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Davids is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And it's been played through. And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Scholes. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, nice touch. Now the delivery. Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. Lahm. Great run on the overlap here. Messi. Davids. And this is Hullet. Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. Nesta. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Xavi Alonso. Now he's just misjudged that one. Rashford is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lahm plays it in. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. And right on half-time, that is telling. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter.
And we hit half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nesta. And it's Hullet. And it's Messi. Here's a chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Messi clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Cambio di giocatori.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Serginho. Hazard. Scholes is the team's great visionary. And Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. He slings it in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lahm. And it's Roberto Carlos. Davids. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Pedri. Out to the left it goes. In with the challenge. Referee's given a throw. Xavi Alonso. And here's Messi. Hullet. Pedri. Played out wide, in towards the back stick. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Lahm. Davids. And it's Roberto Carlos. Opts for safety. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Well, look,
11.
they know they've got a height
Numero
advantage,
20.
and it's time for them to use it.
Up he goes!
Numero 9.
And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Ibrahimovic. Il numero 13. Il numero 14. Seedorf. Il numero 15.
Milan do have
Attenzione,
options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Owen.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Lahm has it out wide and in space. Oh, what a climb! And he can clear it away. Has another go! Xavi Alonso. Now it's Owen. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Lahm. Threads one in. Nedved is wide and looking to get onto this.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Nedved. Davids. Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And a chance! It's there! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Look at the space here. Can he finish? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Manchester United have their second corner now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Serginho. Plays it across. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, they could break here.
Minuti di recupero.
Roberto Carlos. Nicely weighted ball. And this... Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Alonso. Now it's Inzaghi. Ferdinand with a fine tackle. And that is that. Milan are enjoying their moment of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bergomi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pedri. And the shot! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Roberto Carlos. Lovely feet. Cross to the back post. He's dealt with that well. Lahm picks it up out wide. Played into the middle. That's a decent clearance. Gullit. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Davids, out to the right. Now it's Gullit, and it's been played through. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And he's forced to go back. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Luis Suarez. Lahm. Pedri. Oh, there's a probing ball. And they can counter here. And the through ball. Davids. And shifted it to the flank. Looking to go deep.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Back in. Terrific header. He will be livid with himself. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Gullit. And this is Messi. Milan finding their passes. Messi has been caught there, it's a foul. Bergomi has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
He's having a good look here. Messi! That's a half-decent try. Davids has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. 30 minutes gone. And here's Gullit. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's a lovely, neat pass. Nicely spread. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. Edmilson gives no quarter whatsoever. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Gullit.
Gullit really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Look at the space here. And that has put paid to that. Gullit, out to the left it goes.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Nesta. Gattuso. Edmilson. And it's Gullit. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Gullit. It's Luis Suarez! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Messi. Now it's Gullit. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Nice control. Pedri can see things others simply cannot. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Roberto Carlos. Great pressure, plenty of it. Milan looking to... Gullit! Superb from Gullit! A finish right from the top draw! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm. Now that looks a decent ball. And the through ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Luis Suarez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Gullit. And the pass is intercepted. Davids opts for safety. Aimed beyond the defence. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, this looks sharp. Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Lahm. Now Davids. And it's Messi. Lahm. Edmilson. Bergomi. Thuram. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Gullit. Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. Davids pinches it off him. To Messi. And here's Gullit. Lahm has it in a wide position. Ball is over the line. Roberto Carlos. And he's been shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos. Big header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A case now of complete control. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bergomi. Nesta. Gattuso. Cristiano Ronaldo tries a shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. Buffon, in the context of the game, he must save it. He has missed it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Iniesta. And Edmilson.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
And it's
minuti
Nesta.
di recupero.
Ball played for Nesta. That's a pretty loose pass. And there goes the final whistle. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Gullit picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key in this fixture?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, easy pickings there. That's good running with the ball. Eto'o. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pelé. And it's Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's put paid to a promising move. Milan finding their passes. And smartly reclaimed. Milan, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, this looks sharp. He is just caressing the ball. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And here's Nedved, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Now it's Eto'o. Nedved, and he plays one through. He's found the way through. Cafu. Now there's a fine ball. It's Nedved! Looking to play him in, and this is Rooney. Well read, and the danger is averted. Messi. It's Pedri. Now it's Ibrahimovic, and here's Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, good take. Goes for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Now it's Eto'o.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Lahm looking to get on the end of this. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Nesta, always a very imposing presence at the back. Now that looks a decent ball. Yaya Toure. Nedved, distributed tidily. Ibrahimovic receives it in a good position here. Oh, smashing header! In he goes again! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Nedved. Edmilson produces the perfect tackle there. Oh, nice touch. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Searching pass he's played there. Dink through. Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And he's picked it up out wide. He's shifting through the gear. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Lahm. And it's Nedved. And a chance! Beckenbauer can get it clear. Ibrahimovic! Oh, what has happened here? And one more try! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Looking for options for movement. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Eto'o.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Lahm. No, he's not getting his way this time. Now it's Rooney. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, at least they acknowledged the effort.
Yaya Toure. Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, they can break here. Tries to play it through. Out of play for a throw. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rooney. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yaya Toure. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Tries to thread one through. Rooney. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rooney. Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. Pedri. Nedved. Lahm. And he's in. And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Pedri. And it's Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get it through? And he's cut it out. Well, there's the clearance. It's a good spell of possession, this. Lahm picks it up out wide. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's a throw.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 24, Ibrahimovic.
Lahm.
Numero 21, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now
Numero
Seedorf.
18, Messi. Numero 17,
Shifted it to the
numero
flank.
5,
Griezmann gets into a good position.
il numero 6,
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
il numero 20,
Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
il numero 14,
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Cruyff. Passes short and tries a shot! And yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here. This is the time you need that pace.
Good running, strong and purposeful, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Luis Suarez. There's the shot! And it's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Luis Suarez taking in... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied.
And Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. He's got away. Big chance! Milan have the chance to go the other way. Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. That's good play. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Can he finish? Against the crossbar. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes where you see him hit the front.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the game's first. And the shot! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And it's Son Heung-min. Cruyff! Cruyff! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He has found the way through. Very nicely done. Well, that is one way to stop him. No way through, so back it comes. A mighty effort! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's being shifted off it. Shot at goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Messi, good purposeful running this. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Messi. Oh, super ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi receives it in a good position here. Lahm. He's had it taken off him. It's played through for him. Messi is on his own. Takes a shot! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
A case now of complete control.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Looking for options for movement. And Messi! And that is a truly outstanding save.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Terrific header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. O'Shea coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's Son Heung-min. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yaya Toure. And he's had it nicked away. Cantona powering forward here. Aims beyond the defence. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's shifting through the gears here. Cross to the back, climbs up big. Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Certain, searing, and imperious.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Milan pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a once... And he's had a hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. So, third corner of the game. Son Heung-min plays it short. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now they can spring out of defence. Cristiano Ronaldo bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Cruyff, he's picked his way through. Yaya Toure for Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And a chance, and one more try! Lahm. Pedri conjures time and space where few can, and it's Nedved. And here's Ibrahimovic. O'Shea. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. And that has left him in a heap. Almost an hour gone. Pedri. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Koundé is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Son Heung-min cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pedri. Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan finding their passes. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. And the pass is intercepted, and he welcomes it in. Koundé looking for the run. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Messi. Nedved. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that could set him on his way. He's found the way through. Messi has it in. And there's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Nedved.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cruyff. Now it's Cantona. And here's Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's neat. Tries a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Cruyff. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nedved just eases him off the ball. No way through. Nedved, who does have an assist to his name. Can he get on the end of this? Son Heung-min. Koundé, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Yaya Toure. And it's Nedved. Now it's Messi. And the shot's on here. And that is that. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no-nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's put paid to a promising move. Has a shot! Messi! Genius! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2-0, and in next to no time. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Could move up a gear here. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Nedved. It's Nedved! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Can he get it through? Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Wirtz, Rafinha, Mbappe, now it's Rodrigo. Oh, good spread. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Mbappe takes a shot! No mistake! Back to within 1! Interesting! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Milan finding their pass. Oh, shooting chance! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. James.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, super find. And he's cut it out. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Nedved. Searching pass he's played there. Bastoni. Nedved. And it's Pedri. No way through. Rafinha. Nedved. Played out wide. And it's made its way to it. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he finish? Just cruising. They are cruising. Irrepressible, imperious. That's what makes him what he is. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 4, numero 24, numero 20.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So now the difference is 3. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Lahm flings in across.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Rodri. That's Fitz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic! He's kept it out just. Milan with the corner. They're first. And it's been taken short. Lahm. Up he goes! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mukiele is there to clear. Nesta. Vitz. Well, they could break here. Eze. Rodrigo. Rafinha has it in a wide position. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pedri. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. Fired deep towards the back post. Cleared without hesitation. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Milan lead by 3 in a game all about goals. It's so easy on the eye and promises more of the same after the break. Here we go again then. Messi. Oh, now here's an interest. And there's the shot! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Rodri tries to clear. Nedved too strong for his opponent there. And he's whipped it across. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cleared without hesitation. He's gone for goal! What a hit, the save was firm.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 19.
Corner number 2 then.
Numero 11. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Messi, good chance here! And somehow he kept it out.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
Messi! Paz. Palmer.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Byrne calmly anticipates. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Sticks it away! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. It's become a case of men against boys. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Has a look and plays it forward. Shot could be on. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pedri. And it's Ferdinand. Salam. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Lovely bit of skill. And Messi! And he seemed certain to get the 6th.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's quick to snatch it back. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Well, Messi! Keeper always had the measure of that.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
you.